Experts are also studying how the foods we eat affect the environment, especially after our waste gets flushed down the toilet.
Mike News reporter Paul Dolan shows us what common food we add to our meals that could also be adding to our growing algae problem.
This study took a look at the bottom of the food chain. Scientists are figuring out if sucralose, more commonly known as Splenda, is impacting microorganisms. And since sucralose doesn't break down in our body, we keep flushing it day after day back into the ecosystem. But artificial sweetener couldn't be that harmful, right?
We're consuming this constantly, and our bodies cannot break it down or process it.
Think twice about reaching for that Splenda if you're one of the 7 out of 10 Americans who drink coffee every week.
And a lot of microorganisms also have, similar issues to us. They try to consume it, and then it actually doesn't give them anything because they can't break it down.
Researchers looked at sucralose impacting cyanobacteria, diatoms, and algae. Sucralose has been identified as an environmental contaminant recently, the study says, and Dr. Tracy Schaefer told me sucralose is a very resistant molecule. So the more Splenda we add into our afternoon coffee or tea, the more we release into the environment.
Artificial sweeteners are everywhere. More and more are entering the environment. So in the future, how is this going to impact what we have there? Is it going to be a further environmental contaminant?
Dr. Nora Demers is an associate professor of biology at Florida Gulf Coast University. She stressed the importance of keeping nature balanced and that inorganic matter like sucralose can disrupt that. For example, how can impacting the bottom of the food chain impact us?
These chemicals and other chemicals like them that are difficult to break down are having serious negative consequences to every living organism on the planet, whether it's an algae, whether it's a bacteria, whether it's a human.
Dr. Demers showed me studies that sucralose messes with the gut and is related to obesity, emphasizing the significant biological impacts of chemicals that cannot be broken down.
The things that it does to our planet and everybody on it is pretty wild.
All these concerns are legitimate. To Dr. Schaefer, this is a pilot study. More research is needed, but remember, your Splenda will end up in the ecosystem.
Even though we don't have clear answers yet about how this affects our environment, that there could be an impact from you eating that artificial sweetener, because it's going to end up out there.
Tracy Schaefer and the team of researchers at the University of Florida said this research is just the beginning. Nevertheless, this research brings us closer to understanding our impact on the ecosystem. And for Nora, the best way we can respond is by our personal choices and community actions. Personal choices like eating more organic foods and community actions like improving our public utilities. Back to you.